This is Politically Erect. My name is Mike Grant, and when I hear that the government's just fine, don't worry about it, I'm politically erect. If government is so important to the Tea Party and groups like the DEA or FBI, then why don't they learn something about it, like how it works? What is a relevant cold case to expend FBI or law enforcement fiscal resources on? D.B. Cooper. Yes. Really? He didn't harm anyone. Just jumped out of an airplane with $200,000 in 1970s money, which in today's economy is only worth $30. But D.B. Cooper, yeah, he is definitely more important than all of the kidnapped children in the U.S. Few of those ever show up again. But D.B. Cooper, he made a fool out of the FBI. And that makes them mad. Okay. But isn't anger misplaced over 3 decades for a non-violent, non-drug related crime? Not to your FBI, America. These jerks are so insecure they can't ever allow themselves to lose. Look at all the falsely imprisoned innocent inmates in federal prisons, casualties of FBI egos. Their attitude is, we have to front that we're in charge, so let's just throw some nigger in jail after we frame him for a crime none of us can solve or won't because it's one of our friends actually behind it. Shitty attitude. What do they expect to come of D.B. Cooper? Arrest him? Throw him in jail? Execute him and cover it up? How does that make me or you feel any better? I'd rather hear the FBI found a missing little boy or girl than the closing of a case that embarrassed the Bureau. Frankly, FBI, you are the monster sometimes. Do not get me wrong. I don't hate the FBI. I know they're going to hear this and probably come and frame me for something too. So if they do, I'm telling you, America, you should demand they let me polygraph my way out, because they won't. I do hate the DEA, though. The Drug Enforcement Agency is the most rogue agency in the U.S. government. Accountable to few, except at the top in intelligence. They make and break the rules at will, citing the reason, we have to adapt to the criminals. They don't follow the rules. Well, fuck you, DEA. Neither do you. However, of the two groups, you're supposed to follow them or resign in disgrace. A poll found the majority reflects my low opinion of the Drug Enforcement Agency. There are so many drugs in the country, it's laughable we have a department to squash it. Our demand is the problem. So since the DEA can't catch any cartel leaders of substance, they arrest me, you, your mama, your son, anyone that will take the blame for the DEA's failure to root drugs out of America. Shame on you, dicks. My experience with local DEA officers was that of complete dishonesty, coercion, intimidation, and hypocrisy, and I got caught with 1 gram of marijuana. No one should ever talk to the DEA ever. They will turn around and fuck you with your own words. Of this, I agree with the ghettos. Don't snitch to the DEA or task force. Let them do their own work. Let them earn their $1,800 per month. Yeah, they don't make shit. Why do you think they rob medical marijuana dispensaries for shutting them down? Again, I will polygraph to anything I say. Will anyone in the DEA? No, because we know how that story ends. Guilty. The fact that people see D.B. Cooper as a cult hero suggests to me that America doesn't approve of the way the DEA handles things. They're not really a force of the people. They are a force unto themselves. Again, accountable to no one. Who will stop the DEA? Nobody, dummies. The DEA makes a fortune off of you. The Justice Department makes a fortune off of you. The court systems, probation, parole, jails, all make a fortune off of you. It would be like arresting people for watching TV. Everyone does it. But if we make it illegal, because because some internet bigwigs like Google or Yahoo or Facebook decide that that's what they want to do because they're the ones with all the billions now. What's the recourse? I don't know. I do know this. Most of the good cases that get solved are because the cops are friends with the criminals, or were criminals, or still are, and they have collusion. What do you think a confidential informant is? A confidential informant is someone that puts their neck on the line so the DEA and the local police can put away some low-level drug dealer, while in the meantime, murders, rapists, kidnappers, blue-collar crime, white-collar crime, red-collar crime, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's what people down south do, rednecks. But whatever crime you're in, don't worry, because if you have a friend in law enforcement, then you're good as gold. Me? I got a couple get-out-of-jail cards free that I'm going to use the second anybody goddamn fucks with me. And one of them is with a judge in Oakland County. So, yeah. My best advice to America? Keep your mouth shut. These days, when you help the feds and you help the pigs, you are helping yourself right out of your rights. This is Politically Correct, copyright MMXI. I am Mike Grant for Artichoke Down.
Politically erect.
I have a solution. For all you stuck-up women out there that think that men are ugly, I would like to introduce you to some very pretty transsexuals I know.